Mm.
Welcome back to the Better Brother podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Sean here, sitting in above his brother Jesse. Jesse, what's going on, man?
Shawnee had an edible about an hour and a half ago. It's just sort of kicking in, so you're gonna
Oh
see,
no,
you're gonna see, you're gonna see my eyes sort of glint over a bit.
that's not
But
cool.
it might give you a chance to beat me in some of these games that we play.
So let's talk about that real quick. There goes your video again.
Oh,
Well, no video for Jesse. Uh, while Jesse's trying to fix his video, I went through our episode 5 votes, and not gonna lie to you, we got one total vote, and it was for me.
no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Big Sean, the Big Dub, episode 5. 1-1.
I have to go check that right now. I do not believe you.
Yeah, go for it. Why would I lie? I didn't lie last
On,
time when you won.
are you looking on YouTube or Facebook?
There was no comments on Facebook for episode 5
Okay.
for anybody that mattered.
Episode 5, 59 views. Not bad.
Yeah.
Comment.
Oh, I
Okay,
dropped the
nice,
pen.
great show, boys. I vote Jesse. Then athleticism, Albert Einstein.
Who said nice show, boys? I vote Jesse.
Oh, me. Okay,
Oh,
so yeah,
okay.
we don't count. We don't count those.
Okay.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess you're in. I guess you win.
There we go. 1-1. I'll take it all day long. Thank you. So,
Nicely done.
uh, at the end of today's episode, as usual, we're going to post episode 6. So if you're listening to this episode right now, episode 6 you would have heard it last week, hopefully. And it's a banger, I think. That's Cousin Ellie joined us for episode 6. And that was some pretty good content, I think. A lot of mental health talk. Sean got
We haven't
stumped. What?
we haven't released that one yet.
No, that releases after we record this.
Oh, I'm excited for that one. That one's super good.
That's gonna be a good one. I think I've also fixed the audio. I think I fixed the audio because I just cranked us.
Okay,
So
because we can always dial it back in post.
yeah, well, we can dial back the audio. I just can't dial back on the video because I don't have an editor yet. A video editor.
Hmm.
Editor. I've been
Hmm.
man, you know what I've noticed? I've noticed a lot. There's a lot of podcasts out there.
There's a lot of podcasts
There's
out
a
there.
lot of podcasts.
Yeah, there's the Kelsey Brothers podcast. There's the Andrew Santino Bad Friends podcast. Bobby, the hell's his name?
Back
Bobby.
There's the backyard basement yard, which I seem to enjoy the clips for them. But I mean, there's a lot of hockey podcasts, which is crazy. Like every single sports analyst or former player seems to have their own podcast. Like Biz has a podcast. Um,
Yeah.
they talk about everything, and it's just
It
so many.
it's so many, but I do like having the perspective of the professional in there. Like I like having, Biz is a bit of a character, but like when it's someone who's a lead in their field, like Neil deGrasse Tyson has a podcast, it's kind of cooler to listen to them talk,
Well, yeah.
I think.
I
So
mean,
if you were to host a podcast though, is there like what would you be the expert in if there was a field like, astrophysicist, Neil deGrasse, hockey, you could say Biz, maybe not an expert, but like where would
Biz.
you want to, you know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah,
obviously
I
a
know
very
what you mean.
knowledgeable hockey player, but do you
I
have a,
it depends because there's two directions I can go. I mean, I can overall talk about sports, um, and give my opinion like most people, but I think one that I would succeed at, unfortunately, it's a little more serious, but about mental health. I think I'd talk very well and I've thought about it actually, not even doing a podcast, but just recording YouTube videos of talking about that kind of stuff with just myself and putting it out there. But um, it's not an entertaining, but it would be knowledgeable. And it again, I'm not an expert at all. I don't have any medical background, but I deal with it firsthand.
So sharing your experiences, so from your perspective, what works, what doesn't work, the traps sort of that you fall into. I think that'd be interesting topic for people
Wow.
or to make them really sad, but it could there's like a balance of helping people, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Your eyes just went. "Whomp." They're
Oh, yeah.
they were like half closed. They were open when we started, and then all of a sudden, right, you can tell the time that it kicked in. Boom.
No, I was listening to you tell that story, and then just instinctively
Falling asleep. Yeah, that's what most
ready,
people
ready.
do. I don't even know what kind of podcast you would have if you were to do one by yourself.
I think the fantasy is like to not the fantasy, but like to do something where education kids like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 doing things, telling stories, making them laugh, or providing like insightful, young adult or early childhood lessons. I think that would be exciting and fun to do. And I would like to probably like write a short story with like a how they have like these like points to them, like don't be greedy, or like be kind to others, or it's got some sort of theme, and then at the end of each, yeah, I just read the story, and then you talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just have like a cool discussion, like geared towards like the youth.
Yeah, I think.
That and
What
well, later on in the podcast, I'll show you some of the
stuff?
lines of hip hop poetry that I've written.
Oh God, I think something that both of us would be good at is anti-bullying podcasts. I think that would be, especially for the
I
young generation.
I would like to do the I'd like to be the bully, and then you could be the defendant of the bully, and then we can like improvise it. We also, do you know what the all-time funniest show on TV is, like, per laugh? It's I don't know if it's documented. It's not The Richest Show, but like if you think of like all the TV shows that are comedies,
Yeah,
do you know what number 1 is?
Seinfeld.
Whose line is it anyway?
Really?
Which is like a whole different lane. Like if you look at the actual non-laugh tracks that some of those shows have, which is fine,
Yeah,
it's got the most audience laughter, like by a landslide,
but that's
which is
more
really
of a
cool.
game show. It's not really like you can't really
I don't.
compare it to
It's
Friends or Seinfeld or stuff like that.
just in the category of comedy TVs, but those are sitcoms. This is obviously not a sitcom.
Yeah,
It's an improvisation show, so it's a comedy show under the theme of comedy.
yeah.
But it's not a sitcom, so it wouldn't fall like you couldn't measure it against necessarily like, oh, what's the best sitcom? It wouldn't be Whose Line, but the funniest TV show, I
And what
think.
I'd be curious to know how 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 many of these TV shows had live studio audiences, right? Because we know Fresh Prince did.
We know Yes Dear did. Were
Yeah,
you on that
we
trip
went
to
to that.
California?
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
there. I had to sing a song, and I decided to sing "Oh Canada." I remember that specifically because I
Oh, I
couldn't
remember that
think of a
too.
song to sing. But yeah, I don't know how many of them actually had live. I don't think Seinfeld had a live audience. Friends did for sure. Um,
That spawned Sandy with the Surfer.
was
You
that
remember that
then?
we used to say that? Yeah, it was
You
from
used to say that, yeah, a lot.
we used to say it.
Yeah, well, we said
Uh,
it in
s-
making fun of you.
no, it was me. Anyways, it was Alex Merkley from baseball. We were on an all-star team, and we were looking over in California. Was it California? It was California,
Yeah, we were on Rodeo Drive, our hotel.
and it was just this guy with like the long sandy hair, looked like a surfer. He's like, "It's Sandy with the Surfer," and that it made us all laugh, and so it kind of became part of our
Yeah, it was good. It
part
was
of
good
our
for a
chit chat.
while. It's good for a while. Big news though. I think massive
Mm.
news. Next week, episode 8.
You want to tell them now? You want to? Should we tease them? Save it for the end of the episode.
No, we can tell them now, I think.
We could tell them now, but they're just going to shut it off. They're gonna be like, "Why listen to you two when
Yeah.
this big announcement comes in?"
So last episode we had Ellie. This episode also very exciting. Buddy Ryan is going to be joining us as a guest, and I'm super pumped for that. Ryan's a good chap. But next episode, because do you want to say it? Go ahead.
I don't want to say it.
Okay. Next episode, there is a very good chance, even though he said he will, we
You
still
probably
don't
won't.
know until it's going to happen. The third brother is going to join us on the Better Brother podcast. Tyler. Tyler is actually going to be in town as well. He's coming down with his two little kids, our nieces, and his mother-in-law, and he's coming down for 5 days. So we're hoping that we can get him on the next episode, which will be this is 8. The next one is 9.
Yeah, this is 8?
I think this is 8. Yeah, because 7.
Yeah,
Oh no, wait. I'm posting
this is
6.
7.
This is 7. Next one will be 8. Yeah.
Yeah, and our younger brother who would die for the sins of humanity and who has fallen and then rose again 3 days later. That's who we're bringing on here, the big guy,
Yeah.
the little guy,
The youngest
the
of the
big
three,
the big unit.
the big unit, youngest of the three brothers. I
Yeah,
think that's going to be pretty intense. I don't know. It might have to be
it's
like a,
good.
a 6 hour show because we won't get a word in edgewise.
We should probably pick up some topics to debate. So Tyler is a kind of a lawyer in training and loves to debate. And now he needs a lot to learn because he doesn't understand different perspectives and how to. He's very deflective. If it's not going his way, he'll deflect. So it's not a bad strategy, but we got to be. We could each pick a topic,
Yeah.
and like I'll be the referee for the first topic, then you'll be the referee for the second. I'll be like, okay, point Sean, point Ty. Everyone gets 30 seconds to make their argument. Boom, choose a winner.
Oh my goodness. I think that'd be pure mayhem.
Yeah, we could submit topics ahead of time, or if anyone wants to comment on. Oh, I guess we won't be able to see this in time because this won't be released till next episode.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine. We'll figure it out like we always do. And a really good suggestion that we're going to talk to our next guest about when he comes in. Um, he suggested that we do kind of a Family Feud style uh, game show situation
Mm,
for our show.
mm.
So
Oh,
what we can do with Discord is I'd have to give Ryan administrative rights to our Discord channel. He can mute, deafen you, ask me the questions like the top 5, and then mute and go the other way. So it's something that I think could be pretty fun if we did it. Um,
I actually think that'd be a great idea. That would be a true way to like brother v brother.
well, no, because we'd be teaming. It'd be technically teaming together. I think.
Oh, we'd be teaming up. Oh, then we're unstoppable.
I think it would have to be. That's
Yeah,
how that's
yes,
how
I
the
get
game
it.
works, right?
And whoever gets the most points, maybe. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
That would be super fun. That'd be super fun.
yeah.
Hope to see. Can you cue that up today?
No, we tried. We thought we could do it today, but I think I told him that we would just talk about it and we can do it another time. And he's more than happy to come back on and help us
See,
out at
that,
some point.
that's super great of him. But that's the difference between you and I. You're like you talk about it. I'm the type of guy that doesn't.
You do it, yeah, but I get the people to do it. You just sit back and you're like, let's do that. It's a great idea, not knowing what has to happen behind the scenes.
Hey, the good person with the idea gets money.
Well, kind of. I don't know how much money you're getting. I'm already
Well,
losing
none because
money.
you didn't turn on monetization.
No, but I am paying for our Audible subscription.
Oh, is it the one that was 6.99 a month?
No, it's not 6.99 a month.
How much is it?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Do you want to split it? Should we get an expense account? Should we put
Not yet.
this incorporate this business?
Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know how long we're gonna keep with doing just the audio, right? Because everybody seems to
We
be,
have video.
yeah, yeah. So, but the audio gives people more option. Like
Oh yeah,
if you're
got
playing
you,
in your
got you, got you.
car, most people will just want the audio. They don't care about the video. I'm gonna check the stats right now.
I do like the audio as well.
I forgot the password.
It's milk, capital M, exclamation mark.
Got it.
Um,
Oh,
I I have unlimited data. Basically, I got 50 gigs. 50 gigs.
I have 75 gigs.
Um,
I win.
eh, I win because I'm using
I win.
less energy.
Ooh, yeah. See, we're we're
Um,
we're dropping 212 all-time downloads from Audible.
mhm,
Since June 21st, we've had 2 people download from Audible. So it's running out of steam. Our
yeah,
first episode got 68. Um,
nice.
yeah, then 58, 19, 14. Episode 5 actually got 12.
It's something that we could get rid of and bring back in the future. Doesn't mean we
Yeah,
have to keep it.
it doesn't. It That's the only thing as of right now that I have to edit. I edit that to get rid of dead
Yeah,
air.
until you figure out how to edit the video,
Yeah, I'm working on that.
because then we can put clips together. We can put it
Yeah,
on the TikTok.
I
TikTok.
I
That's
can.
like a clock. TikTok.
We have to also do our entrance video that I had an idea for.
Like a little like WWE. We have a little theme music
Yeah, we could do
when
that.
it pops in. Yeah, yeah.
We have to figure that out.
Shorten it though, like 6 seconds.
One thing that I wanted to ask you that I wasn't sure. Um, what is? Give me one of your pet peeves.
What's the capital of Zaire? I don't know that shit. Um, Pet peeves would
Yeah.
be incompetent people who don't always help themselves who kind of get in their own way, is what I will say.
Mm.
That's a pet peeve of mine.
I want to reiterate, not reiterate, but preface the fact that, some of this stuff sounds like it's scripted, but there are legitimate things that I don't know about my brother, and he doesn't know about me. We talked about this. We don't normally have a lot of one-on-one conversations, you and I. You know what I mean? We don't, call each other on the phone all the time and chat. So this is a time where this is what we're doing. We're making up for lost time. So pet peeve, people who are what? Say that again.
Incompetent and kind of get in their own way. So people who, maybe blame everything else except for sometimes looking from within, and people who are just like generally maybe unaware or aloof of other people, not super considerate. I guess that's, yeah, but like, I don't know if like deliberate incompetence. There's a word that I'm looking for, but it's something along that as a pet peeve. Also, like around the house, just the amount of cat hair.
Oh,
I don't know if that's a pet peeve, but it's just annoying.
I don't think that can count as a pet peeve because then you wouldn't have cats. But
A
maybe
pet peeve would be like you and I. Hmm. I don't know. Let me think. I'll get back to you. What about you? What are some pet peeves?
my one of my biggest pet peeves is bad drivers. And when I say bad drivers, I mean drivers that don't use their turn signals, drivers that when you're I'm trying to think of it. Like when I'm driving to Rockland on the highway, just before you hit
Rockland.
Trim Road, it's 2 lanes on the highway. When you
Yep.
pass Trim Road at those lights, the right lane ends. So it's the people that line up on the right side in order to try to speed up and get ahead of everybody.
Mm,
Now, if you can do that without affecting traffic, good for you,
mm.
by all means. But people that do that to get ahead and then drive under the speed limit, it
Oh yeah.
slows everybody down. Why would you try to get ahead when you're
Yeah.
just going to slow everybody down? That's my thing. And the more that you cut in, the more it affects the traffic behind you. So stop letting these people cut in, make them wait, and get in the back of the fucking line.
This is an example of incompetence that I'm talking about. Like people, for example, who merge on the highway doing 70 and don't get up to speed, like same sort of thing. This is the type of pet peeve would fall under my incompetence category.
Yeah,
Just people who are not self-aware, not really aware or thinking of others, are just sort of like, oh, I'm just gonna merge. I don't care about anything else.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
super.
it's inconsiderate. You're right. It's inconsiderate, and it just blows my mind. Blows my mind. You know what I mean? I don't get it.
There was a quote that was a video circling YouTube in the shorts where this black guy's in a mall interviewing kind of what looks to be like a nerdy white guy, blah blah blah, and some guy cuts in front of them,
Mhm.
and the guy's like, "Oh, never attribute to malice what could be attributed to incompetence." Basically saying like this guy's probably in his own little world doing his own thing, unaware of the things around him, so he's probably just like basically a dumb fuck.
Mhm.
And I thought that was a great thing. Don't attribute to malice, which could be attributed to incompetence. So don't think it was a deliberate slight against you or the situation. It's just as someone who doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
No, but it
I thought that
doesn't
was a
doesn't negate the fact that they're being assholes.
yeah, but totally agree. But if they're unaware of it, in the sense that they're not aware that they're doing it, then they're just, again, it's that lack of self-awareness and lack of consideration. So it falls, I think, under the same
It
category.
can,
Good
yeah.
for you.
I think people who are, new drivers, I kind of get it. You might not be aware, or if you've never been to that area of the city, for example, if it's your first time driving in that area and you don't know that the right lane ends,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine. But,
Hmm.
the people who know and then it's just like drive the speed limit, and even driving the speed limit pisses me off, but at
Mm.
least drive the speed limit if you're gonna do that shit. It just gets to me so bad.
Mm.
So you have I'm gonna tell you right now, I've got some really good would you rather's, but
Oh, nice.
I think we're gonna wait to do them with Ryan as well. I think that would be
Great.
awesome.
When's he
Uh,
joining?
I think about 10 minutes,
Okay.
so we got time.
Um,
I also have
uh,
before you go.
go. Yeah.
I also have a few rank without knowing what comes next, and I have one top five for you to guess.
Okay. Good. That's good to know. I'm looking forward to doing all those. I'll tell you what's on my list today.
Okay.
I've got uh spoken word poetry that it's only a couple lines. I've got two jokes
Okay.
that I invented. I've got a top five. I got two top fives,
Oh,
and that's what I got. So two top fives, two jokes. I thought I had more. Oh
but
well.
the two top fives are for me to guess the top, not to top five without knowing what comes next type thing.
Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, trivia wise, you guessed
Okay.
the top five. Yeah. So we have a good blend between the two of, and then we can do if we want the guess the word thing.
Yeah, you could try that if you want to do it. I think I have
Piano.
to, I have to I have to mention, even though it pains me, a lot of people are enjoying Jesse's comedy. They're thinking that Jesse is funny, um,
Thank you.
and I don't understand. But to each their own. If that's what people like, we will give the people what they like, right?
It. I think it's. I think it's charisma and wit. Something that
Oh,
I, you know what I mean? Like thinking quickly on your feet. Like one of the episodes.
Spider. Oh,
One of the episodes. You said something about blah blah blah. We were talking about something, and you said Eve. And my response immediately, without blinking, was, "No, that was last night." No one caught it except for Dylan when she listened back to it. But it's, anyways. I'm weird with the words and the word association. There's going to be a segment coming up later, not today. I see words differently.
oh,
Like once, if like I can't, I don't have an example top of my head, but I'll give you an example next time. Like if someone gives me a word, a
yeah.
basic word, I hear it and anyways, translate it differently.
Do we want to try doing the guess the word thing as well?
Yeah, didn't I just say that?
Oh.
I
Oh,
thought I thought
that's
you.
what you meant by guess the word. I thought you meant like you gave me a description and I had to guess what word it is. You want to do like the
Oh,
1, 2, 3 word thing. Yeah.
I based on the feedback you provided last time, I guess you said one or two of your friends kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be fun as well.
Okay,
Okay, so
I like ending the show with that though.
yeah, we can do that.
That could
So
it could be our sign off.
for Ryan, I've got a couple questions for him.
Yeah.
The conversations for Ryan are going to revolve around a little bit of golf. Um, and then I have some a hockey thing to talk to Ryan about. Now you're more than welcome to jump in if you are knowledgeable about hockey, but golf, I totally assume that you're going to be part of these questions.
Oh, Ryan with the belt.
Ryan, yeah, good one, good one. Oh my god. Oh
I you
my god.
Sean, I understand sports and the concept. If you want to talk hockey, talk hockey. I'll either throw a cog in the wheel or I'll come up with one of the most brilliant expressions you're ever going to hear.
A cog in the wheel is definitely what you would do. Okay, so I'm going to start you off with a top five without knowing what comes next.
Oh,
The topic
so yeah.
is family games, which I figured that you would be very interested in because you're a big fan of these types of games.
I love games.
Okay, so you have to rank them as what you think are, I guess, just based on your favorite, your best.
I I understand how to play the
You
game.
understand?
Thank you.
Okay. First Game. Code names.
Ooh, I love code names. I love code names. I don't know what else you're gonna put on that list. Code names for me is like right in between 1 and 2, so I'll put it at 1 right off the bat.
Oh, big start.
I
Code
like it because
names.
it's chaotic. It makes me laugh. It's also you got to be intelligent. So sometimes if you can connect the words,
And the
like if
last
you can,
time we
if you
played code names, were you intelligent connecting words? I don't think you
no, I
were.
was a little tipsy. I was terrible. But
You were not.
if you can connect "der" with the words,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
"der" word.
Next one. Trivial Pursuit.
Is that the one where you have to draw the picture?
No, Trivial Pursuit is like you have to answer questions. There's sports, there's movies, there's
Oh, Trivial
entertainment.
Pursuit.
Yeah,
4,
that's what I thought you were going to say. Monopoly.
3,
Really? Okay. Pig.
2.
I think you're going to like this list.
Pictionary 5.
Charades. Charades.
Charades 5. I would probably flip charades and Monopoly. Well, no, I would go charades 3. Trivial. Oh yeah, I would flip charades and Monopoly.
Pig, for those listening, is a card game that if you don't know,
Pig.
it's. Hmm?
Do you know what other names it goes by? It's got multiple names.
I don't. Knock, knock.
There's Pig. It's called Bug Your Neighbor. It's called Oh Hell. There's a version called like Wizards. It's similar.
Okay. Do you want to do one more? I think Ryan's going to be here soon.
Yeah, you want me to do one more?
What are you doing? I could give you one more. Toi et moi. So you pick either I give you the top 5 that you have to guess, or I give you another top 5 without knowing what comes next.
Let's do another not knowing what comes next, but I want the people listening to give me, I want them to rank their shit too. Say it out loud in the car,
Well, they can't.
3.
It'd be too late by the time because they would have heard the whole thing.
Yeah, but they could guess, they could play along.
Okay, these 3, I mean, I wrote them down thinking that you might not care too much about them, but top 5 beers.
Oh, I give a shit about beers, buddy.
Do you? That's not what your pretty funny podcast homie said. Okay, Stella
Oh,
Artois.
well, I don't know what's coming.
Well, that's the fucking point.
I don't know what you're gonna give me. I don't. Stella Artois, I'll put at 3. A little
Oh,
sweet for me.
that's the cheap one. Corona.
Corona, I like more than Stella, so I'll put it at 2.
Guinness.
Guinness, I like more than Corona, so I'll put it at 1.
No, Guinness. That's terrible. Praise to Uncle Mark who loves Guinness. Heineken.
Heineken, I would have. I'd probably put. You gave me good beers. So I'll put that at 4.
Oh my God. Well, you got really lucky. Coors Light.
Coors Light 5. I probably would have went Guinness, Heineken, Corona, Stella, Coors.
Guinness would be
You
your
know my
number 1.
Yeah, got my man. Do you know my all-time favorite beer?
No.
It's discontinued. It was a 15 pack for 19.95 at the beer store on 10th line before it was discontinued. So you walk in with a 20, you get 15 beers, 5.5%. It was called Stroh's, Stroh apostrophe S. I think it was a company in Guelph.
That
I
beer,
loved that beer. I might not like it now, but it's discontinued, so I really want to try it again.
that was the Papa's fridge beer. That was the beer. Oh no. That was the beer that our dad always had in the fridge. He had that and he had Palm Bays. It wasn't
Oh
for
yeah.
him. It wasn't for him. It was just to have for other people. It was like his giveaway beer, but we
We were
we drank it.
the Strohs. I were at a cottage weekend one time, and the Strohs have been on ice for days.
Yeah.
And there's like 7 of us that all did a bunch of mushrooms, and we were
Oh,
like spaced out looking at the edge of the dock. The whole planet was moving, like the trees. You know when you do that thing
yeah,
with the pencil?
yeah.
Anyways, the trees, anyways, well, we were baking in the sun. So I get up at one point, I'm like struggling to move. We're at the bottom of a hill, and up there in a shaded area with the light shining directly on the cooler, but it was in the shade, but the sun was shining directly on it, was the cooler filled with Strohs. So I was at the bottom of this mountain and I looked up and I was like, I gathered the people who were struggling in the sun and we walked up the hill to the shade to a cold cooler of Strohs cans. Anyways, it was at moments
I think you
stuck in
were
my head.
probably dreaming. It's like that sounds like a commercial, but I don't think that would ever be something for Strohs. It would be- When I went camping, it was Red Cap because it came in the stubbies, and I can always
Mm.
tell if somebody took my beer because nobody else ever brought Red Cap. Um, and then there was Lakeport and Laker were the camping beers because they were dirt cheap. I think it was two four for $24 at one point, and you would just buy a few 2 4s and be like, "Here, everybody drink." And it didn't taste very good, but when you're camping, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, cool. Do you want to bring in your guest, or sure want me to switch to something for you?
No, you can switch. He's just gonna pop in whenever he's ready. I said anytime around 6:30, so he's just gonna pop in.
Okay. Do you want my jokes or do you want my spoken word?
Let's. Oh,
Oh shit! Speak his
speak of
name
the
and he appears.
devil. Yeah,
Is this the Ryan Lane fan club meeting
this
or
is the Ryan Lang fan club. Buddy Ryan is in the house. What's up,
perfect?
man?
Not much. How are you boys doing?
Hey Rye, it's happening. Doing good over here. Just chilling, talking to Sean. You know Sean.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wow. Just it
Yeah,
didn't it
that's what's
didn't
up.
give the notification sound again when you came in. It's weird.
Yes, it did.
You heard it?
I heard it because I got ears. It went. It went something like that.
Oh,
That was almost perfect.
no,
Thank you.
I didn't hear it.
Thank you.
So before we get into Ryan, I think Jesse, you should do one of your spoken word uh things to start, and then we can jump into everything else.
When you say get into Ryan, can you just clarify for the listeners what you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
When we dig into Ryan, when we dig
Okay.
deep, we have to dig deep into Ryan.
All right. uh, so I go like this, and I'm gonna fuck it up. And it goes: spoken word is a lost art, dark formed thoughts spark, enough to ignite pen and paper we write, rewrite, no IG at night, off the phones, magnum to the Cro-Magnum sized dome. Did you get it?
It's a lot there. It's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
I don't. What's the
It's
point?
oh, I was really high and I thought it sounded cool at the time as I wrote it down.
Oh,
And then I was going to play with it and turn it into lyrics at some point. But it's like, what you fail to understand is you guys get this stuff raw, unedited.
yeah.
Like, normally, like when you go see a comedian's act, you get the polished version. But what what you are getting, Sean, is like a year before the polished version where they're just trying out the material and getting comfortable with it.
If it
So,
takes you a full year to develop that, you'll have bigger
Yeah,
issues.
I
I
was gonna
think
say
you
the
should.
same.
Yeah,
no, to develop it to the next stage, to get it ready for the audience, get ready for the show. You know what I mean?
you should just wrap it out. Just wrap it out, bro. Get it done.
Yeah. So that's what I wrote down.
So good. On that note, congratulations. Ryan Lang is in the house. Ryan, what's going on?
Yes. Nothing, man. Nothing.
Having a good
Just
day?
trying to staying inside, you know?
It's a little warm
It's
out
been a
there.
couple hot ones. Yes, sir.
Ryan is a longtime friend. Ryan is our technical guru because Jesse knows 0 and I know about 30%. Ryan knows 70.
And he works for
True.
free.
I do know how to Google search and read better than Sean, so
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
Ryan does.
Oh my god. So they actually it was for Sean's 17th birthday we went to a local zoo and we had Sean compete against a monkey in intelligence test, and Sean lost. So it makes sense, Ryan.
Yeah, well,
It makes sense.
it doesn't surprise me.
Good story.
No, it's 100% true.
Good story. Ryan, I brought up the Family Feud idea with Jesse, and he loves it.
Okay,
So we'll organize that for upcoming episodes.
sounds good.
Ryan and I, when we talk a lot, but mainly through Messenger. But we talk a lot about sports. Ryan and I have very that much in common in sports, especially golf. And this is something that all three of us are similarly involved in is golf. So, when's the last time you've golfed, Ryan?
Last time I golfed was whatever holiday Monday was past. I haven't gotten out a lot this year.
What day was that?
It's Monday.
June. Was it in June?
No, it would have been May 2-4 weekend.
May
Oh,
2-4
May 2-4.
was the May
Yeah,
19th, I
yeah.
think.
What did you
May
shoot?
Yeah,
24th.
what did I shoot? Well, it's the first time in about 3 years I stopped keeping score.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a constant 90 to 95. Haven't broken 90 in my career, but that round was definitely a
An over?
humbling moment. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy.
It was an
Only
over.
thing that was working, which doesn't normally work all the time, is the drive.
Hmm.
I figured that out.
Oh, are you sure? Because now next time you're going to go out and it's not going to be figured out.
Yeah, we'll go out. It'll be perfect. It's just slow, easy swing. That's it. That's all I do now. Don't kill it.
Last
That's
time-
Incub.
Go ahead.
That's Incubus's specialty is the drive.
Yeah, good one.
Drive.
It's just drive, not the drive. Last time, Jesse, you golfed after we golfed, right? You've golfed a couple times since me and you golfed.
Yes, sir. I can't pull it up on Golf Canada, but yes, sir.
So Jesse and I golfed at the Meadows with his buddy Tom,
Yeah.
and I fucking had the best front nine of my entire life.
Well, that was just like a couple days ago, no?
Yeah. It was Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
And in the first 9 holes, I did not lose a single ball.
That's good.
I even, because I was texting Ryan, and I stopped texting because I didn't want to fucking jinx anything. I'm like, I'm not going to talk to anybody. I even on the course, I was serious because I don't know what was happening, but Jesse going to test that. And for me, it was a 46 on the front 9, which is massive for me. Massive. The back 9 was not the same.
46 for the listeners, so it's par 72, 36 for the front 9, 36 for the back 9. So 8 over par for the front 9.
46 and 36 is 10, isn't it?
10, because I can do
Yeah.
math. It's a good thing it's not a math show. 10. 10 over.
10
And-
over ain't bad.
Yep.
That's
It's
a
really
good goal for like our scores that we normally hit. That's a good goal.
That's a great goal. That's super good. He was playing lights out, and I kept going, "What the hell's going on?" He's like, "I have no idea, man." But
I don't know.
Yeah, he had a really good front 9. It was nice to see him in action.
My putting, which is usually horrendous, was on point in that front 9.
Yeah, I got a new putter and I'm still getting used to it. I can't get used to it.
You have a question, Jess, or would your
I
lights
just have
go
a
out?
I want to. Did they go out? Oh, I'll go turn them back on. I want to just share a quick anecdote. So I golfed with like a junior pro, and he gave me a piece of advice for putting. He's like, keep your club toe, like if this is flat, keep it up a little bit. Okay, this is the advice he gave me. So
even
go ahead, Ryan.
mallet, like on mallet putters,
all putters and apparently all irons too, like all clubs, but specifically for the putter.
Oh.
Yeah. So I give this advice to Dylan, my partner.
Yes.
I like Dylan. When you're putting, keep your club toe up. But she didn't hear club, so she's been putting for the last round on her heels with her toes up.
Is she better though?
Not with her, not that way. No.
Okay.
I'm picturing that shit right now.
That's so funny.
It was adorable. She got beat red. Now Dylan is a beast off the tee, no joke. Her drives are insane. insane. She's a really, really good golfer. She golfs like 10 times a year, 15 times a year. No
Yeah.
practice, no lessons.
What
So
what was your last score? What the last score you had on a round? Do you remember?
yeah, it was Sunday and it was
80.
80 or 81.
Wow. That was this
Damn.
past Sunday where it was like 800 degrees out,
This past Saturday, excuse me, this past Saturday. I didn't play Sunday.
where it was 700 degrees.
That's right. I play at Loch March on the weekends. I play at Meadows during the week.
Wow, must be nice.
Yeah.
Jesse,
Oh,
what would you say is your one thing that you changed in your game to start hitting lower scores?
I mean, I could break down the process in as little words as possible if you want. So when I was first starting out, I was shooting 100, high 90s, and I went for a lesson and I said, look, I can't keep the ball in the fairway. I'm just looking for advice to keep it in the fairway. So I knew mentally that I couldn't do it all at once. So I
Mhm.
just by chance made shorter goals. So my first goal was to be in the 80s consistently. How would I do that? Hit the ball in the fairway. So he gave me advice on how to do that, which was on my takeaway, shorten the backswing, and slow my swing speed down, essentially. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
worked on that for a year and a half, 2 years. And then once I got comfortable in the 80s, I was like, okay, I need another lesson. Boom, boom, boom. I went back to see the same guy and picked another subject and whittled away at it. So lots of practice, and I forget the question.
Slowing the swing down is what I heard.
Yeah,
That's what I'm working on. So I'm gonna hit 80 soon, guaranteed.
yeah. I
Come
just
out. I would love to have you at the Meadows.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
I also want to mention again, I think I mentioned it last episode too. I was a part of our father's best round of golf ever, where he shot a 79.
Give it up, Shawnee. Jesus fuck. No one cares.
Se-
Just kid, buddy.
79, I thought was
That's crazy.
unbelievable.
So is he? What is he regularly? Like high 80s or mid
Uh,
80s?
mid to high 80s, yeah, usually. He's
Okay.
a 18
Yeah.
handicap, I think. 18.
Yeah.
So
So,
I watched my dad over the last 3 years. He works at Greensmere,
yeah.
Does he
and
still work there?
yeah, he's a starter every Friday morning. So I cash in the free golf tokens there every now and then. But I have watched him go from like high 80s for the first 2 years, and he just recently broke 80 again. But he used to golf all the time when I was younger. And then he had me, and that's what stopped his golf game, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he's gotten back into it, and it's so nice to watch. His drive is
Is
so consistent, like 220 every single time, 200 to 220. He just got fitted for new irons. He's on a second year of new irons, and he's just smoking the ball. Still
oh
using the 1987 putter or something like that. But
The mini putt
yeah,
putter.
yeah.
yes,
It's the
slow
mini putt,
upgrades.
yeah. It sounds like we've got the foursome lined up. That'd be a super fun match, and that's a really beautiful course. I had the chance to play once this year already. It's gorgeous.
I'll tell
Which
Really
you,
side
cool.
did you play?
I don't remember. It was the one with the par three that's like 100,000 feet in the air, and you shoot it down over the water.
Yeah, that's Premier. So
That's
did you play one with the fairway? There's like a big tractor in the middle with a tree growing out of it. It's like 17.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Premier.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. Like the front nine is kind of link style, flat and open. The second was like super elevation and like a lot of
Yeah.
dogs. Yeah, it was
I
super
like
fun.
the other one, Legacy. I like that one a little bit more. It's a little bit more controlling for me because like I can hit a drive 280 to 300. So like I really got to drop that down. So playing Legacy, I get to like play course management a little bit more. So it
Yeah.
does train me into like every other style of golf. So that's a
Going
good thing.
back to your original question, so course management and then chipping and putting are the if anyone wants to lower their score, the fastest and most efficient way to do that is get better at chipping and putting and course management. Take if a 3-wood makes more sense than the driver, go with a shot that's going to give you the highest percentage of being in the fairway. So that's a great point you just brought up.
Oh, thank you.
I think
Course management.
I think for some people, my biggest issue is, just like my brother Tyler, for anybody who thinks that you need to shoot the ball, hit the ball far to do well, our dad, I don't know what his longest drive is, but he doesn't hit the ball far. And he still shoots a 79. And I know he's going to hate me for saying this, and I'm going to get a text as soon as he hears it. But
I'm just, Dad, I'm just going to come to your defense. He hits the ball very straight, medium length, and accurate though.
well,
So
that yeah,
he's not going 280, but he's also 67. Give the guy a break.
I'm saying I'm making an example, you fucking asshole. I'm just saying that he doesn't hit the ball far, but he doesn't have to in order to shoot a 70 fucking 9. That's insane to us.
True. It really it puts the aspect into the younger people when you hear things like that.
Yeah. That's a
It's
7
like you just want to
over.
hit the ball 300 yards. You want your 4-iron to go the same as the PGA Tours. Listen, you don't get out as much as they do, so just sit back, enjoy the game, and just play.
Yeah.
That's my new
Ryan
outlook.
brings up a great point. He said your ass pec, the pectoral muscle of your ass cheek. If you can get your hips into it when you're turning it, he said. You said ass pec, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So you might have already answered this, both of you, and you both can answer this question. What do you think would be the biggest difference that would make you between shooting over 100 and under 100? What thing would you want to
Oof.
kind of, the question is, what do you think is the biggest difference between shooting over 100 and shooting under 100? What do you think? Jesse?
Go ahead.
I'll go first. I would say taking the game seriously, practicing. So take a lesson, practice what you've been taught, not on the course. So separate. So dedicating time and committing to the sport is the fastest and best way to get under 100. So if you take a lesson to figure out some of your flaws, you spend probably between 1 and 3,000 practice swings practicing it, and you continue to play a lot. These will get you under 100, no problem.
Ryan?
One thing that I did, because I recently broke 100 for the first time, I think 3 years ago. So the biggest thing that I did was I worked on taking the game seriously, like Jesse said. What made me do that more was a pre-shot routine. So I stood behind the ball. I looked at exactly where I wanted my ball to go. I picked an aiming point closer to the ball when we're, especially on the tee box. So a little leaf, a little divot, a tall piece of grass, anything like that, where you can envision that ball going over. And that's what sort of controlled my slice a bit more. I mean, it was still there, and it's still there today sometimes, but pre-shot routine, taking the game seriously is a huge one. And then just figuring out your swing, just constantly do the same thing over and over again. And don't add 6 different YouTube videos into one game. That's
Guilty.
a big one, man.
Guilty.
It's a big
What about
one.
you, Sean?
I mean, I don't think that you need to necessarily spend money on a lesson to break 100. I think the trick is more consistency. So for someone like me, and I always put too much pressure on myself because I think I should be able to break 100 every time, and I don't, and I'm disappointed when I don't. So I think if I went from golfing 6 to 10 times a year to 10 to 20 times a year, I think I could be able to break 100.
Consistently, you mean?
Yeah, just golfing more to get that
Yeah.
I think it's
repetition.
a big factor too. Yeah.
Like,
I feel like once you get comfortable breaking 100, then your new bench is going to be like 95. And then if you
yeah,
don't break 95, you're going to be like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. Like the buddy, we've all been there.
but that's
Go and
fine.
walk off.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I finish with a score of 110, I feel like a piece of shit, a useless piece of shit on the golf course. And I've also lost 16 balls in the process.
But you are getting the most value for your dollar,
Yeah,
so to speak. You are playing a lot of golf
a lot
in that
more
round.
course. Yeah, a lot more
Very true.
course. It's very different course management.
So I've been playing seriously for probably 6 years. Okay, so year one, there was a moment where I was shooting 87, 88, and I was thrilled. Okay, so let's say that's in year one. Well, 6 years later, 5 years later, I'm still putting up 88s and 89s and 90s, and I'm like, why the fuck do I play this stupid fucking game? You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
angered me. So that your point's super relevant. And then I
Yeah.
calmed down. It was fine, but couldn't
Yeah.
make a swing for like a whole 2 weeks. It was terrible.
Do you have more questions, right, Doug?
No, I'm good, man. That was a
So
good little chat about golf.
one thing I wanted to bring up, Jesse, go ahead before I continue.
No, I was gonna do my jokes. I'll do them after.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's do this real quick. A little bit of
Yeah.
our hockey talk, Ryan. I'm
Okay.
hearing a lot of rumors about Brad Marchand signing with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yep. Mika
Hearing,
Zibanejad too, I
yeah,
heard.
some
Yeah.
big Mika too, really.
No,
Did you hear
That's
about
what
the
I
big
heard.
one today?
Jesse has no idea
Not
what
to
he's
take away
talking
from
about.
that one.
No, I didn't. What happened today?
Evander
Today,
Kane?
sorry, being June
Evander
25th.
Kane apparently signed in with the Canucks.
No, he got traded.
And traded. Yeah, traded.
The 4th round
And
draft pick.
and the world found out through himself on whatever it is, Twitter, X, whatever the heck it is
Yeah.
nowadays. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's had some past gambling issues. He was a Shark before. Is that the guy I'm thinking of?
Yeah. Yeah, he
Okay,
had
yeah, cool.
gambling issues, but so
What NHL doesn't, right?
Brad
They go,
Marchand, who just won the Stanley Cup with Florida, left Boston, and I couldn't believe that he left Boston, first of all. And the only reason it's important and I talk about it is because, Dad is a Boston fan. He's a huge Boston fan. And again, I understand the whole logistics of why he left.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I thought it was going to be like, such an idiot. I think that I just couldn't believe he left. But if he were to go to Toronto, I think that's almost like sacrilegious for him, don't you think?
Okay, so if he sacrilegious, I don't think so. I think it'd be more sacrilegious if he went to Montreal.
Well,
Just because of the history of Boston and Montreal, right? Do you think he will have an impact on Toronto? And
yeah.
Who are they going to get rid of?
So Toronto's Marner is going, which I think is the biggest mistake in Toronto's life. I would much rather, I don't care. I'd rather Toronto crumble. But I think Toronto, if they had to pick between Matthews and Marner, you keep Marner all day long. All day long. Marner.
Why?
Because Marner is that all-round player that can score, but he also gets more assists than goals. He's like a Bergeron. He's like a Crosby.
Yari Curry.
Good one.
He makes the team better.
He controls the game, but Matthews, all he does is score. You know what I mean? And that being said, with Marner not there, is Matthews going to score as much?
I would say Matthews controls the offense more. He's very good at controlling. Like when he has the puck, he controls the offense. When he doesn't have the puck, it's kind of lackluster.
It's
and we saw it in the playoffs. He didn't really show up.
No.
Right? Like Marner was the
backpack
for Toronto.
Popular opinion by Toronto fans? Is this like a hot take? No, okay.
Toronto fans would rather have
Matthews.
Marner is annoying to say, to be honest with you. Marner. It's just like a weird word.
Matthews looks like
and that's probably why 70% of NHLer fans don't like him. But you know what it is.
NHLer fans.
NHLer fans.
I just Marchand. If you put, because Marchand can also be that Marner type guy. When he played with Florida, he was unbelievable, right? Like he was probably close to the Conn Smythe voting, even though was it Sam Bennett got it?
Bennett won it, yeah.
Bennett won it, yeah.
Who's unrestricted, but apparently on the night of celebrations screamed he's not leaving. So that's interesting.
I also think Florida would be stupid to let him go.
So do I.
But Marchand, I was totally under the impression that Marchand was gonna, once he went to Florida, especially now that he won the Cup, that he was gonna go right back to Boston and then finish in Boston, retire Bruin. I think that would be.
I think what he's gonna do is 2 years somewhere else, like sign one more old man contract, and then do a year or half a year in Boston
at discount
and retire.
Old man contract. He was the highest scoring player this playoff. Did he not just bang pucks in the net?
Yeah, no,
Like,
absolutely. But we
yeah.
don't know what he's going to do in the next 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, he does the same thing. I think he's a very good caliber player, and if he's playing on the right team, he's going to produce.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Another big
I
trade.
hate the guy, but when he's playing on my team, I'm going to love him. Right?
Another big trade was Trevor Zegras.
I didn't catch that one.
He went from Anaheim to Philadelphia. And
Oh yeah, that was for what's his face?
so they gave up Ryan Poehling, who is a bottom 6 forward, former Montreal Canadian. I think it was a 3rd and a 4th round pick.
So everyone was talking about this. Everyone, and then I digressed.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Are these the jokes, or are we gonna have to hear more like this?
We're
later?
gonna have to hear more. Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Get ready.
He's jamming in the earplugs. That's too funny.
So yeah, Zegras to
yeah.
Philly. A lot of Montreal fans are pissed off because last year at the draft, I think Montreal was offering for Trevor Zegras, and we were offering way more than Philadelphia got or Anaheim got from Philly. So, but at the same time, Zegras and Jamie Drysdale are like best buds. So now they're going to play together in Philly. And
Oh yeah, that's hard to beat.
and Mitchkov is there. So that's huge.
Where was
Anyways.
Philly last year? Were they mid-pack?
No, they were at the
I
bottom.
think so. They were at the bottom.
Yeah, they were new. They had Tortorella, and Tortorella got fired.
Oh,
The
that's
fact
right.
that guy still has a coaching career is outstanding. Good for him.
I think he's a great coach. I just he have to be on a special type of team for him. Like Mike Keane.
I think
Mike Keenan, I love.
I think Tortsy needs to be on a older generation team.
An older team.
Something with a little bit. I think if he goes to Florida, that would be crazy.
Wow.
That would be crazy.
Paul
Florida
Maurice
just won. Why would they get rid of their coach?
Well, Paul
They
Maurice
won't, but I'm just saying
is a monster. Paul Maurice, I can't even believe the shit that he's done.
He's one of the best, and I've noticed this through the playoffs because I you don't really ever watch Florida unless they play like the Senators, right? But
yeah.
I don't specifically. But the little tidbits you got and the things he did as a coach, like when he went to the 4th line in the dying minutes of the Stanley Cup final game where they were going to win the cup, and he told them, I want you guys on for the last seconds because you guys carried us through the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like that, just things you don't hear a coach say ever.
Yeah.
I think he knows how to take players and coach them to their personality. And I think that's one of the greatest things a coach can do.
Yeah.
Ottawa had him for a bit.
He did well in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Yeah. The funny part about the clip I also saw on TikTok was Edmonton's general manager. I think it's Stan Bowman.
Yeah, okay.
He went on record saying that he believed that Edmonton had the best goaltending in the first 3 rounds of the playoffs that they won. And it was funny. I forget who I was talking to. I was listening to on TikTok, but they were like, that guy needs to be fired immediately. Because like Edmonton played Dallas. Jake Ottinger was arguably the best goalie in the league. And they're like, our goaltending brought us to the Stanley Cup Finals. And they were like, what about your 2 players with 30-plus points in the playoffs? You don't think they had anything to do with it?
Very true. Very true.
So anyways, it was just really funny. I can't remember the other 2 teams that Edmonton had to beat to make it to the finals. But yeah, anyways, I thought that was crazy. So now that Jesse's bored, because he knows nothing about hockey, let's go to Jesse's jokes. Jesse, how about you grace us with your jokes?
All right.
We're ready. I got my spit take ready.
So in France, do you know why one peach is slow but many peaches are fast?
No.
No.
Parce qu'il dépêche.
Oh my God.
That's fucking good.
Okay.
That's not only is that good, it's bilingual good.
Ryan, do you understand
you speak French?
No, that's why I'm not laughing.
Exactly. Okay.
Well.
I'm not bilingual.
Listen, I'm not blaming you.
Yep.
Shanta, never mind.
Okay, next.
This is the last one for today. Do you know why I call my ex-girlfriend I refer to her as a bruise. I said oh yeah, she was a bruise.
No.
It's because she's black and blue me all the time. A bruise?
I got it.
Black and blue.
I get it.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
black and she blew me all the time. So I thought of those. It's just
Okay.
the delivery again. The first time delivering it,
Okay.
so I haven't.
We
not like
move
I-
on.
not
We
like
move
it-
on. Okay.
It's not like I
In a
take these
year's
things right.
time, that
Yeah.
better be fully polished.
Yeah.
It's not like I take these things in front of the mirror and I think of them, I write them, I say them, and then I tweak them as I have to go.
Well, as
Like,
long
it's
as
a
they
tw-
make you laugh, then that's good.
Yeah.
All right, but some of them are probably too advanced for you. Probably didn't understand them.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, the
that was
bilingual one didn't get it.
absolutely it. Yeah.
Do you guys want to compete in a top 5 trivia? We still have a lot of time left, Deshaun. Are we okay for time?
Oh, we just hit the hour mark.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
No. Total recording 1 hour. Not with Ryan. Ryan's only been a half an hour.
That's great.
Okay.
Would love if he stays for.
Yeah,
What do you want to do,
we
Ryan?
can do a trivia.
I got questions for you guys.
Oh, well,
Great.
yeah, that's why you're here. I thought you were done.
No,
Okay, let's do
not
it.
done. Lots. I can talk forever.
I know.
If you want me.
God knows.
Shrewd.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
this is
live
a question
forever.
for each of you.
Okay.
It's to get
We
to
do-
know you guys better.
Do we answer at the same time?
No, take your turns.
Okay.
Okay. So you're on death row. Okay. You both murdered somebody because you thinned a trap shot. Okay. An officer comes up to you it's when you thin a shot out of the bunker shot and it hits somebody who's standing on the green.
Oh, thinned a trap shot.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Thin a trap.
Gotcha, fan. I'm
I
with you.
thought
An
that was
officer comes up to your jail cell. Okay.
Cop comes up to my jail cell. Okay.
Yeah. He's taking your last meal order. He says
Oh,
you
yeah.
get an appetizer, a main with sides, a dessert, and a drink. What is your order?
Jesse, you go first.
I donate my order to the poor, baby.
Okay. Appetizer, main with sides. What was the other one? Dessert?
Dessert and a drink.
Drink.
And the drink can be whatever you want. Alcoholic, non-alcoholic.
Oh, wow. Okay, my appetizer.
I'll go second.
Yeah, I'll go second. I'll go first because you donated yours to charity, so that's your answer. My appetizer, I'd probably have to go chicken wings. My main would be
Plain chicken wings?
No.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Buffalo Ranch chicken wings.
Continue.
Which is ranch dressing mixed with Frank's Red Hot sauce on the wings.
Okay.
My main would be nonna's gnocchi. My nonna's pasta gnocchi.
Yeah, that sounds good.
The side would be garlic bread. My dessert currently would be churro Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Okay.
Churro. That's right now what I'm absolutely addicted to. My drink. It'd probably be currently right now a Hawaiian Punch C4 energy drink.
I was going to say, I know it's going to be a C4 energy drink. That's crazy.
Yeah, C4, but that's just one I like right now. It's not my overall favorite, but it's the one I like right now. So if I were to do that, those would be my options. Boom. Jesse, go.
That sounds like a good all-around meal.
I think so.
Pretty good list.
I have to poo after.
Well, you wouldn't because you'd poo after you die.
Well, you wouldn't because, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It would be bad for cleanup.
They'll help you out with that one.
Yeah.
You'd poo twice. Yeah.
It'd be bad for cleanup.
That's great. That's a good list.
Yeah.
For the purpose of this, I'll answer. But in all seriousness, I would whatever
Okay,
money
shut
they would
up.
attribute,
Just
I would
fucking
give it.
pick, you stupid idiot.
Okay, I just want people to know.
Just
That's what I
stop.
would do. I would
Stop.
find it.
Just give your answer, you stupid idiot.
I give a shit.
Jesse would
Okay,
eat
so-
kale for dessert. He would have a salad for the main. Go ahead.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
That's brutal. Go ahead.
You could use a salad. I'll tell you that.
Probably.
My appetizer would be my mother-in-law's meatballs. It's the tri-meat, the classic 3, the lamb, the pork, the veal. She does the Parmesan. She does the oregano. She seasons it perfectly, cooks it perfectly. So I would have as many of those as the warden would give me. For my main, I'm a big sandwich and a big burger guy, so this is going to be like a hefty sandwich, probably like multiple chicken thighs diced up finely with like pickles, red onions, some sliced green apples, some sort of mayonnaise and slaw, a little bit of cabbage, salt, pepper, garlic, probably some Italian eggplants in oil. I would just load this bad boy up. Some black olives, some green olives, some tomatoes, mayonnaise, mustard, salt, pepper, a little bit of miso sauce. Oh fuck.
Okay, we get it. You like sandwiches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, what's your side? Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar chips, or are we...
We're gonna be here.
Oh god. All right.
He lifts, for those people who aren't watching, he lifts his headphones off his head, so it sounds like he's speaking from the back door.
Probably a little bit of olive oil.
Okay. Okay.
Sliced lettuce.
A little bit of pickle.
As aside to that,
There'd be nothing left. There'd be nothing left.
It's my meal.
Okay.
I'd be some super crispy, twice baked with a little fried French fries with sea salt and probably mayonnaise to dip that in.
Brian, what did you do? You opened up a can over here. Jesus.
I don't know. He's probably gonna go make it after this, but yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, go next.
You don't want the full. I told
Dessert.
you. Dessert. Oh Lord.
You should have said like 5,000 words or less. Holy shit.
For dessert, it would be probably Maris, my sister-in-law, makes a strawberry shortcake type thing, but the base is like a pie that's pie crust. It's like pretzels and a whole bunch of cookie dough and shit. I forget the name of it. It's fucking really good. Strawberry, vanilla, yeah, jam packed with like pretzels and cookies and shit. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what it was. That's what it would be.
And drink? Dare we ask?
Oh, it would probably be like either a really strong old fashioned with like extra hint of orange, or it'd be an El Camino. It's a tequila based drink. It's called El Fuego. They serve it at the Elgin Street El Camino. Well, all El Caminos. It's called an El Fuego. It's 2 or 3 ounces of tequila with a bunch of other shit, with a spicy bird's eye chili in there and rim around with sugar. So you get the sweet.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Damn.
When I go to listen to this and I see the difference in time my answer took and your fucking answer, like, I want nonnazyaki that has the tomato sauce that she picked 7 tomatoes from her garden and then walked 17 steps into her kitchen and put them in the same bowl that is yellow colored with 2 pinches of salt, and then took the wooden spoon and started a chicken sandwich. That's what I want, is a chicken sandwich. Oh my god.
That's not what I want.
You're so annoying.
You didn't get all the toppings in there.
My dessert, I also forgot for honorable mentions, ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. Would be on there.
I did hear that's one of your favorites.
It's
frozen breast milk.
I drive by Dairy Queen to get home every day from the office, and I have to convince myself not to stop there and just buy an ice cream cake for myself.
You should find a woman who has the exact same cravings and just go eat, get fat with them, and just love life. Let's do that. If anyone out there loves Dairy Queen and maybe consider loving Sean, he would like to buy you Dairy Queen.
More Dairy Queen, though.
Yeah, more Dairy Queen. It's all about that base. It's about eating. You fuck first, and then you eat.
Okay.
That would be my advice.
You have another question, Ryan?
I just have trivia questions that you guys can fight over if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fire up, dog. Fire it in there. It's done.
Okay, so I got 4 that you guys can compete with.
Oh my god.
Okay. They're each one, I'll tell you, closest without going over, closest to kind of thing. We'll figure all that stuff out.
Okay.
So these are all questions based on Ottawa.
Oh, gross.
Nice.
Okay.
Not food, thank God.
So,
okay.
Number one, closest without going over.
Okay.
How tall is the Parliament Hill Peace Tower?
In what?
In feet?
Feet,
In
meters?
feet. Feet.
Holy fuck. How many feet is a story?
I don't know.
No, there's no
Probably.
help here. There's no help here.
Probably
question.
one if it's a kid's book.
Oh, Jesse's got to cover his face with a pillow again. Jesus. How many feet tall is the Peace
80
Tower?
Which one's the Peace Tower? Is that the one
Tallest
The
one.
one with the big clock on it.
with a big clock on it?
Say
Clock.
80 something. I dare you. Say 80 something.
I was gonna say 82.
Okay, good guess. I'm gonna say
I don't know how tall it is. I don't even know what it is or where it
I'm
is.
gonna say
It's not bad.
350.
By default, closest without going over, Jesse wins.
Why?
That's what's
The
up.
clock is probably 82 feet tall, but the building itself is 302 feet tall.
I
said
was
382.
closest.
I said closest without going over.
Oh, you said we'll
That's
decide that later
On that one. No. I said when we get
Yeah.
into the questions.
without going over. I should have said 1
Anyways.
foot. Fuck.
All right, here's a fun fact
Okay.
and a question. Okay. This is closest to the year. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact question is Ottawa was the first city in the world to have all street lights powered by electricity. What year was this?
19. Jesse, you answer. Do you know the answer?
I know the answer.
Yeah, I
want
wrote
Do
it down.
you?
I'm asking the question.
Yeah, I
No,
know
I
the
didn't say
answer.
Ryan. I said Jesse.
Oh, gotcha.
1975.
I don't know the answer, buddy. I'm gonna go 1910.
Closest to is Jesse.
Oh.
The year was 1885.
1970.
John, you were off by I think it's 110 years.
I don't even think Sean heard the
1910.
question.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. Next. Jesus.
Okay,
Let's just do a fucking
this is the
spelling bee.
I have spelling
first
bee first letter
person
too.
to say their name can answer this, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to do my best, and we're going to have a gentleman's agreement
Oh,
if I can't
what?
hear.
So
you
I
say
my
your name to answer.
Okay.
Okay. What was the original name for the Canadian Tire Center?
Sean.
Jesse.
That was Sean. I think Sean came through a bit quicker.
The Corral Center.
Correct.
Boom, bitch.
On the board, Sean.
Get out my way. Okay.
Okay, same thing. Say your name to answer. What is the oldest building in Ottawa?
Sean.
Jesse.
Sean?
The old prison.
No.
Oh.
Jesse.
Go ahead.
Parliament building?
Nope.
Yeah, that's a dumb one because it would have been built last,
Yeah,
actually. So
idiot.
it's a bar.
Is it the
It's
Diefenbunker?
not a bar. It is not the Diefenbunker.
All right, we both lose.
At this point, just you both lose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bytown Museum.
Huh.
It was originally built as the Colonel By storehouse, which provided goods and everything for people working on the Rideau Canal.
Very cool.
In
So built out of necessity.
1826.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That's
Before streetlights were electric.
50 years before electric streetlight. Exactly.
150 years. Do you have another
Yeah.
one?
Wow.
Or was that it?
That's it. I have other questions, but we can save those for another time, or I can pass them off to you guys to try and have fun with.
Okay, let's save them for another
I won't
time.
take up too much time. Yep.
I want to get to a couple of would you rathers with both of you.
Okay.
Because I've got a couple of good ones. So the first one is it's more on a serious note, less funny. Would you rather know how you die or when you die?
How?
Okay.
And that's also how First Nations greet people, by the way.
Yep. Ryan,
Yeah.
stop laughing, please.
It's. I mean,
Stop it.
I read it in
yeah.
a book.
How you die
I heard
or
it in a
when
terrible
you
joke.
die?
I would want to know how I die.
Hmm.
Because if it's on a roller coaster, I'm never going on a roller coaster again. So, I mean,
Okay.
play the system.
Would you rather change one decision in your past or see one decision in your future?
Change the past.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd change the
'Cause-
past too. Not gonna
Because
lie.
like that decision in your future could be like, oh, I'm gonna take a shit now. No, I'm gonna take one in 15 minutes. Oh, I decide to wait 15 minutes.
You
It's like
can't
that's your
wait.
decision.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen when it happens. It won't
That's what I'm
change.
saying.
It's
But
like the butterfly effect.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'll go past.
Would you rather have Cheeto dust on your fingers forever
Mm.
or
Okay.
always feel like you have to sneeze but can't?
Cheeto finger dust.
Cheesy
That's
finger
the
dust.
easiest thing.
Are
Yeah.
I
you
would.
kidding me?
I would
It's the
feed.
easiest thing in the world.
No.
I would feed all the poors. I'd be like, here's some dust for you. Here's some dust for you.
It doesn't just sprinkle off like fucking Salt Bay. It's not.
Mine would.
Everything
Do you
you
ever get your
touch
hands
is
like
going to have
really
Cheeto
smelly
dust
or
on it.
something like that? Yeah, but like think about like you touch something and it's smelly. The cheese powder is probably going to overtake that smell.
So you want to be able to pick up a pile of shit and only smell cheese?
Well, I think if you picked up a pile of shit, you'd still smell the shit. But if you threw out half the shit, you'd smell like cheese more.
Cheesy shit.
I think eventually your
Oh.
senses would become numb to the smell of your fingers, and you would just be it would just become normal. And then I even forget what
Fair.
the other
But
comparison was.
every time you like
I
shake
don't think
somebody's hand, they're gonna have Cheeto dust on them.
Yeah, but imagine having to sneeze and can't sneeze. That's far worse.
create a business and sell wet naps for $1. Every
They
person's hand shake, they could buy one for $1.
they say
Well,
a
now we're
sneeze.
millionaires.
They say a sneeze is 1/10 of an orgasm. So
They actually say it's 1/8 an orgasm.
I
would
actually
you?
say it's 1/6 of an orgasm.
It was 1975. Okay, last one. Would you rather
Okay.
have to sing whenever you had to speak, or you have to dance everywhere instead of walk?
Let me tell you my answer, baby.
I think they're both just as weird. Like
Yeah.
it's like you're that one kid from like drama class.
I'm every
You know
kid
what I
from
mean?
drama
Like you always have
class.
that one kid in there. They sing or they dance, and you know.
Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the channel.
So I'll
I
tell you
think I'd
this.
have more fun singing for sure.
There, without joking, there is a guy in my neighborhood who literally dances everywhere he goes on the street. And this guy's in the most insane shape. He's like super fit. I think there's some maybe a little off with him. I mean that with respect, but it's like you would be the healthiest thing to do to dance everywhere because you don't have to like do big twirls. You can just kind of like two-step your way, move a little shoulder.
But what if you're walking to a funeral?
Well, you should show them
I mean,
your
it's a
sad
sad
dance.
dance. Yeah.
There's no sad dance.
It's your interpretation of the event that you're going to.
So glad you guys have an answer
It's
for
like
everything.
ballet.
Okay,
I'm gonna take dancing.
dancing. Oh wow. Okay, Ryan, you go singing.
Yeah.
I think I go
We can
singing.
create a Broadway show.
I think singing cheers people up more, as long as you're a good singer. If you're a
You
bad
haven't seen
singer,
me dance.
yeah, you're bad.
You haven't seen me
You
dance.
really think that if you go to like some like a car crash and like somebody went through the windshield, you think singing's going to cheer them up in the moment?
It could.
Are you okay, sir?
You sing a sad song. You sing like or a death metal song. You can sing.
Hello, 911. It's
Interesting.
me.
It's me. Okay. All I have left is a top 5 for Jesse.
Wait, just before you keep. All I have left in this world is my word and my balls, and I don't break them for no one.
And my balls.
Keep going.
So
Keep going.
I think Ryan, I think we're done with you now.
All right, man.
All
It was
right.
nice being here. Good chatting.
I think we're gonna get Ryan back. So for anybody who enjoyed Ryan, please comment in the YouTube comments, post on Facebook. Make sure to subscribe, like. Jesse, you want a salutation to Ryan or what?
Yeah, just 2 questions. One, are you flexing?
No, I'm just folding my arms.
Yeah, no, you're flexing. I can see you flexing
I'm
on
not
the side. That's so funny. Ryan, best part of the show, thanks. And people, if you didn't like Ryan, comment that too, and then I'll tell you why you're wrong. You know what I
Tell you
mean?
why you're wrong.
Yeah, perfect. I'll tell
Thank
you
you.
why you're wrong.
Ryan, by the way, before Ryan leaves, Ryan is the reason I won the last episode, because he's the only one that voted, and he voted for me. So thank you, Ryan.
It's true. I mean, soccer. Come on.
Idiot.
Anyways,
I
y'all have a good
immediately
one.
changed my answer to football. So
All right,
anyways,
Ryan.
Take care,
Bye.
Ryan. Thanks, buddy.
Take care, guys. See ya.
Peace.
Okay, Jesse.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
What a nice guy.
We'll get him back. One more. We're already at an hour and 20 minutes. So, man.
Yeah, let's just end it. Let's do the 1, 2, 3, and then end it on that.
Okay. Well, I'll save my other trivia for another time. So let's do.
Yeah, I got a. We didn't do any of mine. I got a boatload.
Good. At least you're prepared. Okay. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. If we get it like within 3, then we'll stop. If we don't get it within 3, we'll try one more.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I got to think of a word. Wait. Okay. Ready?
Ready?
You count.
1, 2, 3.
Paper.
Oh!
That was close. But
yeah,
doesn't make any sense. Paper, pepper.
Paper, pepper.
Paper, pepper. I don't.
Pepper, paper. Pepper,
Paper.
paper, paper, pepper.
Paper.
All right, we got to give it a shot.
Pepper, paper, pepper. Okay.
We got to give it. I have no idea.
All right, me neither.
You
count.
Okay,
Count.
1 sec. I don't have a word yet. I lost my word. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Salt. Oh.
Oh, that's it. Oh, salt's a great one. White pepper.
Yeah.
Salt.
There you go.
Okay,
So
and
salt,
what did
black.
I say? Black salt. I got one for this, but
black salt. Okay, I got one.
Salt.
Last try.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Rock.
C. Oh God.
Okay, we're dead.
That
All right.
sucked. Okay, one more. Or
One more time.
Okay, one more time.
No, one more. Yeah.
I gotta think of a word. Let me think of a word.
I got a word.
Wait.
I got a word. That pepper, paper, pretty close.
That was good. That could have sounded like the same. Sorry. Okay.
It's literally any word.
I'll count. 1, 2, 3. Chocolate.
Pizza.
Okay, easy. Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Food.
Junk food.
Oh, does it count?
That counts. I said junk food. You said food. That counts.
That counts. Okay. Well,
let's go.
I think that was good. That was a great show. Thanks to Ryan for jumping on with us. Again, huge thank you to our over 75 followers on Facebook, our over 21. How many subscribers on YouTube right now? 22, 23. More of Jesse's friends needs to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And
singular.
Make sure to vote when this comes out for the better brother, because obviously for 2 in a row we're 1-1 and we're giving out the awards. The award is absolutely nothing but bragging rights. So
bragging rights, baby. Thanks a lot, Sean. That was fun. Great job. Thanks to Chris. Oh no, thanks to Chris.
Right.
Thanks to Ryan.
Thanks to the edible you had before the show.
Yeah,
And
this was a lot of fun.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye, everybody.